that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Everybody, welcome in later with Jason Suel. So glad you are tuned in. Don't adjust your sets right now. Bow counts looks a little bit different because it's Betsy Rawlings. Betsy.
It's Betsy, not Bo.
Yeah, so good. So good to have you here. The show is going to go up a notch just because of your presence.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sorry, Bo, I'm taking over.
Listen, Bo's got his own thing going on there at Pinpoint.
A
little busy guy. So what's going on with you, personal trainer Betsy Rawlings, joining us in the fall?
In the fall, this is actually not a super busy time for me because everybody's outside doing all sorts of things. It is about to get to be a very, very busy time for me because everybody wants to be
as fit as they can
be going into the new year, and they think that they're going to do it in 3 weeks. You can't do it in 3 weeks, y'all. Sorry,
but when should folks have started if they want to be their best self?
Like 4 or 5 years ago. No, really, anytime you start is great. You just need to have a realistic idea of how long it's going to take. You didn't get into the position that you're in overnight. You're not going to get out of it overnight. So just back off of us a little bit, realize it's going to take you a little bit of time.
And give yourself some grace, right?
Yes,
anytime you start is the right time to start.
It's the right time to start.
It's just not going to be a quick turnaround.
And right now, when in the fall is my absolute favorite time to get people active because we have so much stuff for people to go do.
Absolutely.
Just go outside and go for a walk. You're being active.
That's the thing, and it isn't that weather that's going to keep you homebound yet. It's nice, it's cool outside. Might be a little bit cold for some people, but get outside and move, and that's going to warm you up.
I am a naturally cold person. I'm always freezing. However, once you start moving around, it gets so much better.
I know. Great tips. Betsy is hanging out all show long, and let me tell you what we got going on. Some fantastic things because it's an Amazium takeover. Holland is here. We're going to be chatting with her about things that are happening at the Amazium, but we're also going to be getting hands-on doing a couple of experiments, and I cannot wait for that. We've got the great musical stylings of Gavin Summerall on the show, and right now, actually, we're going to kick it over to a segment we filmed with Walton Art Center for their annual Our Art, Our Region, Our Time exhibition. So check that out, and then we got all that fun happening later. We're getting ahead of the crowds here at the Alexander Gallery at the Porter Art Warehouse in downtown Fayetteville. We're checking out the Our Art, Our Region, Our Time exhibition, one of my favorite interviews. And we're going to be chatting with Kathy and Tom. Even artist Shay is stopping by to fill us in on her art. Let's get to it. Kathy, Tom, thank you so much for inviting me into this new space. It's absolutely beautiful here. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
thanks for coming.
Absolutely. So you're back again. Another show. This is the 5th year, did you say?
Yes.
Tell me about this show. What can people who are coming out to see it, what can we expect?
This year we had an overwhelming amount of entries. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And
over 400, I think you said.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And we've narrowed it down to 75 artists and with 88 pieces?
89 works.
89.
89 works, 75 artists, all featured here in this gallery. So, and it's beautiful. How do you kind of decide what is going to go where? Because obviously you've got sort of a brick background wall, you've got these freestanding walls, and obviously some of these pieces are on, platforms by themselves. So talk to us about that aspect.
It's the space relationship and color relationship a size relationship. So I walk it over, I walk through it many, many, many times. I set it and then I change it, and then I change it and then I set it. So it's just.
Is it set right now? Are you?
Oh no, it's set.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yes. Tom and I had to take it down again to repaint the walls.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
long
yeah.
does this exhibition last?
It's up through December 21st.
Okay. So there is some time to see it, but there's a limited time, and then you're going to be moving on to the next exhibition, I would imagine.
Yeah, we're going to have exhibitions programmed in this space every year. We're going to have cornerstones to that. The Our Art Show is going to be our #1 show in the fall every year. We're also going to do a show in January and March. That's our signature show, which will highlight an Arkansas artist.
Congratulations. This is an amazing show. I'm so excited to see it.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, and
Yeah.
thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Here with artist Shay Holloway. Shay, you've got some beautiful pieces
Thank you.
behind us that I want to talk about. Are all of your pieces this colorful?
Color is definitely something that I keep in the forefront of my mind. It's not always super colorful because I am trying to push and pull a viewer's eye through the pieces, which is why, you see a lot of oranges here, but this one is more of your receding colors, your greens and cool colors.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a contrast, actually, now that I think about it, these two pieces.
Lastly, I just want to kind of get a feel for you've been a part of this exhibition for several years. What does it mean to be a part of our region, our time?
I think it's so cool because you have so many people just across the region. There's so many amazing artists in this area, and I know they see a lot of work. And so for the work to be narrowed down, very specific, and to be a part of that it's honestly pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that. Thanks for showing off your pieces.
Thank
It's
you
great
for
to visit
having
with you.
me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We've got Holland joining us now from the Amazium, the Scott Family Amazium. Thanks for taking the time to hang out with us. We
I
appreciate it.
love coming here.
And
Absolutely.
I know that we're going to get to do some experiments later, but I thought maybe we just catch up for a moment. So for folks who are unfamiliar, maybe they think, man, Amazium, I don't know, it's not the place for me. What do you guys have going on just in general?
Surprisingly, there are people in Northwest Arkansas that don't know the Amazium. And I just want to say that it is definitely a place for everybody of all ages. We are a family and science museum. And really, we're a learning organization that uses that museum as a tool because we do so many things outside the walls and beyond the walls of the Amazium. But if you want to have a phenomenal day of connecting with your child, of learning through play and pushing your boundaries, then the Amazium is a fun place to go.
Absolutely it is. And even outside of that, you can go there, connect with your kid, but you also have some special adult nights as well that you do occasionally throughout the year that are just focused on folks that are a little bit older, right?
Yeah, because we have programming cradle through career. So those people who are over 21, we have adult nights about 4 times a year. It is such a fun night because it is a museum sans kids, and you get to do whatever you want, your little heart desires. And you have some light bites and beverages and these pop-up activities that are a great night. Such a fun date night or a girls' night out. Our next one is in February.
Okay, yeah. Betsy, I'm sure you have been to the Amazium before. What do you like about the experience there?
I have absolutely been to the Amazium before many, many, many times with all of my kids. The traveling exhibits, the ones that change out, those are always amazing. But friends, you cannot beat sending your kids in to be cashiers at the little Walmart grocery store station. That somehow always ends up being one of their absolute favorites. And when we get to make chocolate, it's always a
The
really
Hershey's
good
Lab.
one too.
Yeah.
You know, chocolate is the way to my heart.
Yes, I know. My kids are the same place in the marketplace. They love, like when they were little, they used to like take over and own that.
Well,
place.
and we had a big facelift for the market this year. So we have all the new branding. We have a mini drone above. So it is really reflective of our modern Walmarts.
Speaking of sort of advancements, maybe upgrades, you are upgrading in a big way with your expansion. What do we need to know about that?
We need more space. We need more area for programming. And one of the things things we're really honing in on, because this is going to be include an early learning advancement center. Is that early learning? There's a bit of a crisis in not only Arkansas, but across the country of those early learning programs and that early childhood learning. So from 0 to 6, kids learn more than they do for the rest of their lives.
Isn't that
They develop
crazy?
quicker in the first 6 years than the rest of their lives.
Wow.
So, and they learn best through play. So we have a lot of programs and a space especially for that. We're adding 11,850 square feet with that Early Learning Advancement Center, a hangout, which will also have a porch and a cafe, and then an expanded backyard experience.
Amazing. And I know that timelines sort of always shift and change, especially when you're talking about construction. But what's your sort of projected timeline for that new space?
I expect around November of 2026, so about this time next year.
Okay, about this time next year, everybody can go out and experience that. One more thing, and I know we're gonna, later in the show, we're gonna do some experimentation with you, but you have this cool thing happening at XNA, right?
Yes.
Our regional airport.
Yes.
What's going on there?
It's part of the modernization of their concourse. You know, there's 1 million travelers that go through XNA every single year.
Yes.
So we wanted to have an experience for children and their caregivers to make that a little bit of a better experience at XNA. And also, we love doing things outside of the museum so that we can expose people to the Amazeum and then learning through play. So we'll have a mini air traffic control tower, lots of hands-on activities for parents and their children.
Wow. How about this? How about we take a break? We're going to hear from our musical guest, and then when we come back, we're going to be down there experimenting with you. How about that?
I think that sounds like a plan.
Awesome. Holland's sticking around, and you should too. We got all that fun happening later.
Our musical guest brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, presenting the West Street Live series.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gavin Sumrall.
Captain Morgan don't take no lip, tells the truth, shoots straight from the hip. Man, if you get a grip, better not let it slip, I swear. She gets rowdy when you mix her with coke. She's the captain, she goes down with the boat. If you're around her, man, I hope you can float. If you can't, then you won't, oh well. Yeah, she got the best of me when I was back in college. Yeah, she got the recipe for ruining your night. You tried to leave her, but you always run back calling. Run, run there with Captain Hogan, gonna make you lose your mind. She's the queen of every Friday night. Goes out, gets dressed up real nice. You can keep your Coors Light. She drinks rum on Sprite. She's cool, willing to bet that she can kick your ass. Drink you under the table, take a shot from her glass. Man, if you're able, ask her to dance. Gonna take a chance, good luck. Yeah, 'cause she got the best of me when I was back in college. Yeah, she got the recipe for ruining your night. You tried to leave her, but you always run back calling. Run, running with Captain Hogan, gonna make you lose your mind. Yeah, she got the best of me when I was back in college. Hell, she got the best of me when I was down last night. gonna make you lose your mind. And I've been running Captain Morgan all my life.
Yes, we're down here at what's usually the chef's table, but for today it's been modified with the Amazium takeover.
Yes,
Holland
with
is
fun
back with us.
toys.
We got all the toys, and you know, when we were interviewing you, we were talking about your experiment. I don't know, the section of XNA that
Yes.
you're going to be taking over.
The
So-
offsite exhibition, if you will.
Thank you. Offsite exhibition
I
is
like
the correct
that much
terminology.
better.
Thank you.
And Betsy's holding a piece of that now. What?
So one of the things that we do is make things at the Amazium. We have a whole exhibition team, and this is a prototype. We prototype the heck out of things so that we make sure that it works. This is actually lenticular lenses, and what it is two pieces. I know. Two pieces of gray material that are lenticular lenses, and then we have polyurethane in the middle that actually came from a cake topper, and you can see the different stress patterns through the light as this moves, because when it cooled off from its viscous state, you can see like where it was pulled and stretched, and this is one of the things that again we're working on. We're trying out, and it needs some little adjustments, but it's something that we're working on.
That's why you try them, right?
Absolutely.
That's why it's called a prototype.
Prototyping is really important because failure is not a bad thing.
Right.
Failure
Oh,
is just a jumping off point to try other things.
Try things, something you learn from it and you move
Yes,
on, right?
absolutely.
Fail forward, as people
Some
say.
of the best recipes I've ever come up with are things that actually were failures from what they were
Yes.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
Some of us don't learn from their failures and just keep making the same
that's
terrible thing over and over in the kitchen, I mean.
Oh, sure, of
That's
course.
just me. So this is going to be something that people can potentially get their hands on there at XNA when that project comes to fruition.
Yes, we have so many things that we're working on. Everything hasn't been decided exactly. That's why we're prototyping it.
I love it. Holland, you got this too. And this
Okay.
is like, if you've ever seen any of the Marvel movies about Venom, a character that shows up in Spider-Man, this reminds us of Venom.
Yeah, it really does. So these are iron particles suspended in a petroleum and vinegar solution. It is a great way to visualize. Pass it around.
Can I pass?
Yeah,
Can you
the
take
magnetic
that?
field.
Take yours.
And
Oh,
it
got it.
really shows those intrinsic properties of magnets, because if I turn this around, I obviously can't do
Nothing
anything, so you
happens.
have to worry about the polarization.
Right.
And these iron particles are just strong enough to be sent around to everybody. It's so much fun, and this is something, again, that our exhibition team has created and that our place facilitators use on the floor to do a little pop-up so that the people that are in the Amazium are seeing additional science every day.
So this is, inside there is petroleum and vinegar, but also the venom stuff, the black stuff is what? That's
iron particles. It's called ferrofluid.
Okay. You know, it
yeah.
reminds me of, you remember you used to get at the candy shop the little guy and you could put his mustache on his head
Yes,
or
yes,
whatever.
and that's the same thing. It is. It's with magnets and visualizing that magnetic field. Ferrofluid is actually used in really, really high-end sports cars.
Wow.
Because it doesn't move the same way as
Yeah.
other fluids do when it gets really, really hot.
You know, Holland, you also really try to remove barriers for
Yes.
people to learn there, and you also have like things like sensory-friendly
do.
events where folks who might be overstimulated with what's happening, that's toned down a little bit just for them, right?
We have those a few times a year, and it's really easy to find the information on our webpage. You literally look for sensory-friendly days.
Yeah.
But then also additional barriers. We have priceless nights. Almost every single Wednesday night, it's a pay-as-you-wish model. Thanks to the Walker Family Foundation,
man.
who has helped out so much there, because the true cost of coming into the Amazium is about $26 per person. So to be able to take away that barrier is fabulous, so that we get a lot of kids in there. And you know, one of the ways that we do that also is with our unfield trips.
Oh yeah, tell me about the unfield trips, because that's really cool.
trips.
We're not field trips. We're
Right,
unfield trip.
unfield trip.
Because it's not a regular field trip. It's a cool field trip. We work with about 25,000 kids a year. In Northwest Arkansas and beyond. We have people that come from Oklahoma, from Missouri, from Kansas to do our unfield trips, because it is really, I mean, the Amazium's an amenity that we don't have that is an amazing amenity in Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah,
That other
it's
communities don't
special
have.
to us. A lot of communities don't have
Yes.
like a children's museum, even
Yes.
just to kind of tinker and play like you have. So
Absolutely.
you got these unfield trips going on. Schools can reach out to you if they want to get involved with that. I imagine.
Absolutely, yes. We have an unfield trip coordinator, and we are able to work with our grants to hopefully make that a very low cost unfield trip for
I love
schools.
that. So what is your website? You mentioned the website
Yes.
where people need to go if they want to learn more about the Amazium or even book some time with you.
Amazium.org
Yes.
is where you can find all the information. You can get tickets there. You can see all the events that are coming up. Amazium.org.
That's it. Yeah, you click on the calendar and you can see they are just chock full with events.
So full. We have so many things going on, from programming to special events. We have Zing in the New Year at the end of the year.
It's so fun every
It is.
time. Zing in the New
blast.
Year. So you got to check them out. Amazium.org is the place. Holland, thank you so much for hanging out with
Thank
us
you
and
for
taking
having
over the
me.
show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Stick around. We got more fun happening later. Yes, everybody, that's our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms or send us an email over at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And you can catch all of our previous episodes on our YouTube channel. Just search Later with Jason Suel. Before we get out of here, we've got to thank all of our amazing guests, including our friends from Walton Art Center, for helping us out with our art, our region, our time once again this year.
And thank you so much to Holland and the Amazium for all of the fun things we got to play with today, all of the experiments. I cannot wait to go see it and what's there now.
That's right, absolutely. And thanks to our musical guest, Gavin Summerall, that music video provided by our friends right here at Fayetteville Public Television. That's our show. We'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.